What's up, y'all? Ik hatte Kevin. In this video, I'm glad to announce that since December 1st, 2025, I know we are in 2026 now, but on December 1st, 2025, I received earned my MA, my master's degree in medieval studies. I earned it in my time abroad in the UK. Of course, I would delve into Old English as I did, which was a great experience in of itself. I gotta say that going abroad to do your studies is really something else. To pursue your passion is something that I feel very privileged. I feel very grateful that I had this opportunity to have this international experience of studying abroad. I'm glad that in the end, despite it being difficult, I managed to get through it, because there are other things to consider when pursuing a degree overseas. Is the other things that come with the whole process of going there, living there. I'm very grateful that I overcame this episode of my life. You know, despite its challenges with the whole pursuing an MA abroad in medieval studies at King's College London. You know, their medieval program really fascinated me. I mean, to understand the nature of manuscripts, to understand the nature of editions of a medieval text, and how that of itself has its own history, more than I realized. It's very deep stuff, and medieval studies in of itself is very broad. Because there are different aspects of it. I mean, of course, Old English is just one fragment of it, just one fragment. But studying abroad is really interesting in of itself, because it requires a lot of strength within, especially if you're doing it for a year. It's all cram-packed all in 1 year. It's one of those things where, like, you gotta do it right the first time. You can't fail. You just can't fail. Otherwise, all this effort and time and money going abroad to study, down the drain. But it's worth it. It's all worth it for the experience, for the and more importantly, the qualification. Because qualifications matter. Oh yeah. I mean, because there are a lot of people out there who claim to know about X, Y, and Z, but they don't have the paperwork, what have you, the papers to prove that. I mean, of course, don't get me wrong. There are people out there who are really talented in X, Y, and Z thing, but I know I'm slightly contradicting myself, but I'm being fair, though. That there are people out there that they are intelligent enough to have a degree, but due to whatever circumstance or free will or choice, they don't want to. I mean, that's fine. University isn't for everyone, and that's all right. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy, but in the end, it's worth it, because for those of you who have an MA or thinking about getting an MA in your specified field, is that if you think about it, anything you say in regards to your field, academically, what you say has more weight. The fact that I have an MA in medieval studies, so anything I say about Old English now has more weight, more, by that I mean authority, than someone who is just enthusiastic about Old English, so to speak. So I mean, of course, you can have someone who's known this stuff for many years but just never got qualifications. But qualifications do matter, because it's more in the case of Old English. It's more than just learning a language. It's the academic discipline in of itself, if that makes sense. But there's a quote I would like to share with you all. I know I've said this quote many times before on this channel, and as an aside, I don't want to make these videos like a sort of a regular thing. For those of you who have been with me long enough, you know where I'm going with this. Because I don't want this channel to transform into a cult of personality. I don't want this to be the Kevin channel. Like this channel is about Old English and will be about Old English. Now for the quote. Now for the quote. The quote I like to share is that whatever action a great man performs, and by man I'm talking about the man in the classical sense that means human, because the word man in Old English does mean human, not. It's only later in time it became meaning a male human, but previous to that it just meant human or person, if you will. So whatever action a great man performs, common men follow in his footsteps, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. So you never know who's watching. Someone could be looking at what you're doing. You know, whether you're pursuing a BA, an MA, a PhD, and it's like, oh well, so and so did it. You know, that inspires me to do the same thing. You know, but I will say this about pursuing degrees, and this is being practical about it. If you're going to go for a degree, you have to think ahead. You gotta think, what can I do with this? How can I make money from this? Because going for a degree is a lot of time and money. And the thing is, there's also transferable skills. There are a lot of things that you learn from your degree that you can apply to other fields of life, other fields of work. That's something to bear in mind. So for those of you who already gone through the path of getting a degree, it's not all for nothing, despite getting it in the end. Because some people may get a degree and like, oh man, what do I do with it? No. I mean, the fact that you worked hard and you earned it, no one can take that away from you. Remember that. No one can take that away from you. You earned it. That's yours for life. You know, and the fact that this degree that that you have, in this case I have too, is a source of strength, because it's hard. It's really hard to pursue an MA. What to say of a BA, because a BA is a little longer, but an MA is shorter and much more specified. So that's something to bear in mind. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Feels good to be making videos where I'm standing and talking to you guys. I think I may want to do this more. Not about me, but about Old English, obviously. But it'd be cool. We'll see what happens, all right? Anyway, guys, you take care. All the best, and wes off your hall. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to become a patron, a channel member, to help out the channel. All right, guys. Take care.